Good evening, everyone. This is T-Mac for T-Mac's American Experience. I'm out here on the full moon night, during the harvest moon of October, and we're going to investigate here a creepy place. And this is a follow-up investigation to where I was before, where I'd set up trail cameras and had John down here with me, and it pretty much sanitized the area, kind of. We still had some stuff happening, and you guys did great, and you found some stuff going on here, but this is creepy out here, and so I don't want to do a long intro. I think we'll get into some of that as I start to hike. Beautiful night here, 67 degrees with zero breeze. The air is like stagnant, and we have the full moon lit up. I cannot believe how light it is out with this full moon out. So with that, if you see something, you hear something, say something, drop things into the comments. Get ready for an epic adventure. I'll have more details to come, and some of my mysteries there with this will be explained as I get going. But this is an epically creepy place, and I'm not sure what to expect. I can guarantee nothing, but what I'm going to say is we are looking for wildlife, signs of wildlife, especially the predator activity, and we are looking for down here the myths, legends, and lores of the place, and we are looking for our Bigfoot, Yeti, Sasquatch, Ohio Grassman, whatever you feel like calling them, wood apes, rock apes, forest giants. I don't care what you call it, but down here I've been pelted with rocks in this place. This is along the Conneaut Creek, and I'll get into some of the details here in a minute. And we are dry and in a drought, but this is a down and back hike that will cover about 2 miles, and we'll go down. We start up on one side of the ridge. We're going to walk down into the valley and up to the other side of the ridge and then back. Creepiness will be all along this thing, and I am solo, so other than the 2 hole punchers. Okay, so Buddy Saar and Smith & Wesson are with me, but get ready for a great adventure, and I'll have some more details coming as we get into this here. All right, cue the music and get ready for an epic adventure. Okay, so having a little bit of issues getting the thermal camera started, but it's up and ready. And we'll put on just a headlamp right now. Interesting. Started to trip over that, but I want to look out over this hill. Look at up here. There is our full moon. So it is the night of the full moon here, harvest moon in October, and unbelievably warm, and it's been very dry. We're in drought conditions. Okay, I'm expecting the creek to be very low, but we're gonna see what we can get into here. So I got to do a disclaimer from the start. Every single bit of this land that we're heading down, see that light? That's the Doc's house. I'll get into some of the details, but every bit of this land is private owned, so I will be staying on the road. Okay, state owns a few feet to either side, but other than that, so just a few feet in or whatever off the road is all I can go, because it is private owned property throughout the entirety of this hike. So I can't trespass, and I am not going to trespass. And if anybody thinks of coming down here, if you don't already know where this is, some of my regulars probably know. Sorry, I just seen a car. Just double checking to make sure it wasn't coming this way. Some of you guys might already know where I'm at. Okay. We're going to get in to checking out whether this place has come back alive after we stuck up those trail cameras. My trail cameras are long gone from here. But this place is a creepy one for sure. I haven't been... Okay, I'm hearing crickets. Just thought I heard something else. Okay, so to the right, we have some of the doc's house. And this road is abandoned at this point. So there's no maintenance done to this, and it shows. So you really gotta like watch where you're walking. I am hearing, I'm not sure if that's a frog or some sort of bird making a noise there, along with our regular forest noises. So when we get down here, I will say more about the area. That is an interesting, some sort of drag mark there. Looks like something was drug across there into the woods. That is kind of odd. So we do have the leaves falling off because October 7th. It's been dry, very dry. So leaves are turning early, but we have had like no wind. We've had several beautiful nights for hikes that I couldn't get my body to cooperate to go on some of these hikes. Today it seems to be cooperating. Now I do gotta say, noise pollution, if you haven't already noticed, you can hear Interstate 90's noise as we're a couple miles south of Interstate 90 in Monroe Township, Ashtabula County, Ohio. Again, probably the creepiest spot that I know. But again, the last time me and John were down here, it was pretty quiet. There was quite a bit of animals out. And as you guys found a few things on here, but we had those trail cameras up, and I think we disturbed their peace. And I'm getting a very disturbing smell right now. It's the sweet cucumber smell, which means copperhead is nearby. Now, look at trying to find a copperhead here. I'm hearing some noises over here. That is very disturbing to smell that. Even though we're in some dry conditions, I am wearing the mucks. There's that smell. Now, I gotta say, we have the traffic noise, which we're about 5 to 6 miles away from railroad tracks, and you will still hear them in the valley. I swear I'm getting howls embedded in with the traffic noise. We're getting noises along the side. We got some noises going on around here. And like I said, a very, very strong smell of that sweet cucumber smell. And again, that's Another reason I have the mucks on. It is protection. There's not supposed to be any of those around here, but for some reason they are here. See that? I don't know if that's a bird or if that's a frog. The road gets a little rough here. This is a spot also where even in some of the driest months, there's mud on this road. It's muddy. This is I apologize, I'm starting to pan a little quick. Nerves are definitely up. I think that's frogs. Tree frogs that I'm hearing. I think that's what it is, but that may be some sort of bird. Going to switch off the headlamp and switch on the PowerTech Warrior. Another thing that has been common that's happened down here for some reason seems to be a path for helicopters. See how there's always water. There was something over that way. I'm not sure what it was, but it sounded like something moving through the woods. I haven't been back in this area for a little while since that last one with John. So we can hear some of the Conneaut Creek here flowing. It is well below, it's well below average waterfall here. And the water flow in the creek is down. So we need some huge rainstorms. This is new. This wasn't here the last time I was here. And we've not really had weather events. It's been a lot like this for several days. So that's kind of unexplained. But in the area that it's at, there's also like kind of the parking area and where some fishermen who have permission from the owner will go down here. So it is very odd. And what's weird about this valley is Interstate 90 is this way. But it sounds like the freeway traffic is that way. It's just a distortion from being in this valley. But if you haven't guessed it, there's the bridge. This is the old abandoned bridge. We are in Tinker's Hollow. One of my favorite places to go on a full moon night. Somebody left a Dollar General bag. Well, we've definitely had people, it looks like shooting down here again, setting up targets and shooting them with bottles of water. That is highly illegal to do and dangerous. You can see the creek is very low. This off a bit. We're going to get a picture just of that. I'm going to do light on there so that we can see some stuff. I am looking forward. I got a couple more weeks, or probably a week and a half or so to wait for the new iPhone to get here, and I'll have a much better quality of picture. I'm so very much looking forward to that. Okay, what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna get out the O light and we're gonna crank this up and light up this area. It's the O-Light Marauder 2 that we're using. See some stuff moving around in the water. Critters, smaller critters. I'm not seeing any fish. Steelhead are running. Again, this is where I had the bridge shaken before. When I had the two people that I ran into down here with me. And again, because I'm not as aggressive, I don't think they are as aggressive with me, and I think they may even be getting a little bit used to me. You know, it is interesting how this tree has fallen across here like this, and it's a live tree. It's still very much alive. I'm hearing some stuff over here. with as dry as it is surprising how muddy it is here. Now I am going to say this area down here, this is where all the rocks get thrown a lot. We're going to see if anything happens. Does feel completely different from walking over onto this side of the bridge from the other side. There's some good sized rocks here. So what I'm going to do is switch back over to the Warrior. And I'm going to bend down to get a rock. I'm trying to get a bigger one as I can here. I got to grab two of them. Because what I'm going to do is take the smaller one. We're going to whip it into the woods here. That was me throwing the rock. I can't really do it too big of a throw. Still healing up that shoulder. What I'm going to do is try to get over to this tree. And try to get a knock in here. Okay, here comes a knock. And 3. Just heard something. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Well, that's weak. That's the tree. It's not really a good tree for it. So we're gonna have to try a different one. Okay, there's gonna be a left-handed throw into the woods here. Okay. It's a lefty throw there. Again, can't really throw with that right hand. That hurts too much. Got a jet going overhead. Now I messed up on the date there. It's August 6th. There went a rock. What the freak? There went several. October 6th. Dude, that's lit. That sent chills on my spine. That was a rock clearly going through the trees. Let me know if you heard that. It's the 6th of October, and I messed that up. There's a large stone in there that's putting off a heat signature, but I can see it. Dude, they sent that sucker high into the trees. I am really baffled on that, like where it came from, but it hit over here, which means probably came from the area where we get that a lot. Let me try whistling a bit here. Okay, I'm going to do whistle. It's not going to be that good, but I'm going to try it anyway. 3, 2, 1. I know those are very faint. We're going to turn the O light back on. I'm just going to dim it down some so I don't make this thing 160 degrees. Guys gotta drop things in the comments if you're hearing noises I'm not picking up on, if you're unsure about. Like, again, I'm not sure if that's a bird or a frog. I'm on the fence. I'm not sure what that is. Okay. This place is both beautiful and creepy. Now, among the legends, myths, and lores of this place, there's much to do with things that are Bigfoot or Bigfoot possibilities, which is rock throwing, which we already had. Okay. Orbs have been spotted down here by other people several times, and then I spotted them down here. Many strange noises are noted for here, especially on the bridge. We actually had that bridge shake, which actually is one of the folklore about this place. Shit. Dude, there goes 2 rocks. What the freak? 3. All right, well, we've got just 3 more thrown at us. Okay. I'm hearing those go through the trees, just FYI. They're not dropping straight down. So we're up to 4 total rocks thrown. That actually startled me a little bit there, though. Okay, something just landed right next to me. That's 5. Tinker's Hollow is back. So again, and John, we found out what these things hate and what will make them move off. Put out trail cameras. Take the trail cameras down. Here comes the rocks. I got my light up too high. And I'm gonna have to say just screw it, dude, because I'm hearing more stuff. It's just too creepy down here. This is a time here where I am really glad that I have this light. Such a bright light. Again, I'm smelling the sweet cucumber, copperhead smell again. Now it's been an abnormally warm start to fall, and it has been abnormally dry as well. Makes places along the Conneaut Creek like gold. Dude. I just had a rock thrown, but I caught it on the thermal. Try and see if I can zoom in and see if it gets. There's a white-tailed deer back here. I think he moved. Camera was still, or the thermal's still picking him up. My light's kind of going wonky because it's getting too hot. So I got to turn it down. But I had rock number 6 throwing at me too, right as I'm seeing and spotting some deer. And I'm gonna try and right, I see them clearly. I just don't know. There you go. You got the eye shine right there, right in the center of the screen. Okay, let me turn on. Kill this light. Look, there's 2 of them. Okay, so we got 2 deer. I'm gonna keep this power tech off because it is burning hot, and I sadly got where I gotta store this. It starts to cook me. Okay, so a couple of deer is a good sign. Moon shining through, and a strong smell of sweet cucumbers. Again, that's very scary. Let me zoom this camera back. Very scary to hear, or smell, really. That is very, very scary. Those are a poisonous snake. It's not native. And you wonder, how the heck did it get out here? I know they say some of them hitch ride on trucks or trains or something. But we're out in the country. Well, there's like no delivery trucks coming out here. Even there's no mail trucks even coming out here. I see a pin for a hunter. Shiite Muslims. There goes number 7. Jeez. Dude, there's a squirrel running up the tree there. Oop, flying squirrel. See him fly to the other tree? Fast. That is a flying squirrel, which is a cool catch. I've spotted them down here before. I've spotted them in multiple spots along the Conneaut Creek. Look around here. And I just stepped to the edge. Try to look down right over to the water, to the Conneaut Creek. It's right down at the bottom of this. Now I can't go back and investigate this any further, but I'm going to try to zoom in on it. Look at that with that tree. I want you to drop in the comments. Do you think that's just a natural break, or in the way those branches are, or is that something else? Again, I can't really tell. I can't get up closer to give you any better details, but it looks weird. I just heard some sort of screech or scream. And then I just had something land over here. That is number 8. Freaking A, man. I gotta walk back through this. That's the fun part. Landed out onto the road after ricocheting. There is number 9. I'd swear that traffic noise is blocking it. I swear I'm hearing coyotes. We're going to just go up a little ways up here. And then there's a noise through there. And I'll be doing an about face. I tell you what, that's creepy. When I get like to the top of this, that'll be like the top of the ridge line, and where I can start to see lights from, or reflecting. It's like a reflector light from up ahead. And then we're gonna about face. And see, there's lights from the houses. So we're gonna get up to this driveway. Because through this place I've had some creepy events up here. But you can see there's housing lights. Okay, so I'm gonna try to look over here. But I'm not seeing anything abnormal. I can tell. And let's get this journey back to the car going. And like I said, I'm about a mile away from my car. So something that makes it pretty creepy. Turn the headlamp back off, go back to the Warrior. I rotate out these lights in part because I got two of them that are hands-free. The O light has to occupy a hand, but because like I say, the Warrior its battery is already getting low. And the headlamps is too. So I do that because one light would not make the entire trip. So what I think I'll do here is we'll get out our predator collar. And now I had somebody who does this a whole lot tell me every time he does the rabbit in distress, which is, we got Peter Cottontail, is what it's called on here. That's not, I add that in. It's called Cottontail in distress. He says that's always one of the best ones for bringing these in. And they usually come in angry because they hear a dinner bell and get there and there's no dinner. So let's see what we get. Okay. Hold on a second here. I'm collecting spider webs on the camera. Okay, Peter Cottontail in 3, 2, 1. What was that? felt that vibration there. Something heavy moved. That like vibrated even the ground. Okay. Let's make the move on. Snap! That was a big rock. It just hit from over here. Oh. Guess they didn't like that. That one landed not too far from me here. Okay, that's number 9. I'm creeped. I don't know if you can tell just exactly how creeped I am. But I'm on edge here, big time. I just heard something in there. Heard it again. Something moving. I don't know how, but I just ate a spider web. I literally just walked through here. A spider web all over the top of my head. I swear I was hearing a howl. It's faint. Guess maybe they're not used to me yet. Dude, I'm hearing something over the side. Man, heavy sweet cucumber smell. Our deer are still back there. They're right back there. I don't know if you heard that, but that almost sounded like something laughing. hearing that? It's like sounds like a big wolf howling. A large wolf howling in the distance. That's the same thing I heard before. I just got a clear a little bit clearer sound to that. Some of that's the interstate noise. See about like with all this property being posted, no trespassing and everything. We really don't need to go off the road to have stuff happen. As an example tonight. See, that's a good game trail right there. Going back there. I'm not able to pick up anything. Just hearing freeway traffic. There went something through the trees. I heard it tinking off of there. That's number 10. Jeez, oh Pete. And we're just about to get to the main area. So again, interesting on the trail camera. They said that may have been a fisher cat or a weasel or something. I'll have to try to clip that and stick it in. The rest of it was deer. We had Buck coming over there with his family and lots of the trash pandas. I'll see if maybe at the end of this I can clip in that, whether it's a fisher cat or a martin or something, and you guys can make the determination of what you think it is. Clicked on the headlamp too, so I got both of them going. These rocks are very loose. I about lost it there. So there's no way for me to really walk quiet on this. You can, technically, if you're that kind of a thrill seeker, you can actually drive your car down to this part still. I just wouldn't recommend it if you like your car a whole lot, or unless you got some sort of big four-wheel drive vehicle. I don't know if you guys remember how I used to get a lot of the natural gas smell down here. That's what that pipe was fixed. Just an FYI. I probably even mentioned that it was fixed before. But I'm heading back to the other side here. Kind of not fooling around anymore. I think I've gathered a decent amount of evidence. We still got a ways to go. What the heck? I'm telling you. Okay. Somebody put a Ohio State Burger King hat on there. Alrighty. I do think that's actually pretty accurate, though. A lot of Ohio State grads end up working at Burger King. Shot at the moon here through the bridge. This old bridge, look at the stars in the corners. It's kind of neat. This old bridge is really cool. It's historic, and it's sad that they didn't want to repair it. I get that it's not cheap, but I still think it would be better off being restored as opposed to just letting it rot and collapse. Late night along the Conneaut Creek. This place, to quote Perduncan, who got about the hell scared out of him down here, this place is mystical magical. Again, I feel like some retards were put these up here full of water and shot them. It doesn't look recent, but fairly recent, but say I haven't been down here in a little while. And may need to hit this spot one more time this month. Just because I said it's where the activity is, where some of the activity is. I mean, there's other areas too that definitely I need to hit. So you know what? What I'm going to do is, unfortunately, I don't want to actually put the name of this place out anywhere, because some people have been upset at me over that. And again, I'm not trying to do any of this stuff to upset people. I'm trying to gather evidence, you know. So, but like I said, I've managed to tick some people off over videos down here, and I'm not going to say anything about who personally or anything like that, because to me it's not personal. I got nothing against these people, and I can see some of the validity to their complaints, but also I'm allowed to walk down the road and video whenever the heck I want. This is a state road paid for and maintained by my tax dollars, and if I want to walk down it, then I'm gonna. And again, I wish it was maintained a lot better. But anyway, we got the hill to go up. Let's see if I'm getting bugs on the lenses again. It's a habit. I mean, all of you guys who have been supportive of my channel, I want to say thank you very much to everybody for that. And I like to get into some of the hater comments. Most of you guys haven't seen the hater comments because I removed them completely from the channel, but I'm going to address some of them. One of them, that I don't pan enough up into the trees. And it's funny, the time frame that they said it in one of the videos was literally as I was panning up into a tree. Okay, and if you want me to walk with the camera up in the air, what the hell was that? That was some sort of a wood knock there. Jeez. Okay, so I'm gonna move here. If you're wanting me to walk with the camera pointed up, what you're asking me to do is pretty much break my neck. Most of these, look, even this trail, I gotta keep an eye on that next step, because if I don't, I will fall. But I do try to pan up many points in the video. Okay. But I can't do it all the time. There's lots of freeway noise tonight. But yeah, I make these videos. I don't do them to try to get myself hurt. But I do try to scan up into the trees. So when they said that, I was like, literally, I'm like, is somebody, are you actually watching this video? Because I was able to see the time frame that they put that on there. There went a rock through there. I even knocked some leaves off with it. It's number 11, wood knock. Whew. Dang. The hill makes me sweat, and I have chills down my spine right now. That one went high up into the trees. Dang. I guess that was my signal there to keep moving. There's our sweet cucumber smell again. Like I said, I'm trying to look around. I don't see any snakes, which could be it's a good thing, but I can smell them. Not a good thing, because they're definitely here. Hearing some noises in the woods, but I can't make out what they are. So I'm going to say we got 11 rock throws, just shy of a dozen. It'd be more if I stayed down here. Would be cool one night if I had somebody with me, like John, where we just set up our chairs on the bridge and see what we can get to happen. That's not a bad idea, actually. But so for purposes of this poll, I think that I'm going to put out, I think I'm going to call it the Creepy Hollow. Okay. Okay. Even though it's well-known landmark and everything, I have been accused of making people want to trespass down here, and I'm just going to say I dispute that claim and say, as I have mentioned over and over, you cannot trespass on any of this property. But I'm going to put out a poll. You guys will probably see the poll long before the video. Try to figure out where the next hike should be. Now you can see I definitely could have spent more time over here. But I don't scream and run away and cry, but I also know when I'm outnumbered too. And from what I'm getting here, from the locations of things, there's at least 4 down here. What I think. I know you're going to say 4 what? And right, if I could say definitively for sure, but I believe they are, like I said, Bigfoot or Ohio Grassman, whatever you call them. Wood apes, rock apes, hairy men, wild men, all that other kind of stuff. Dude, I just had a bang. Sounded like someone hit a baseball bat off a tree. So, they've been following me about the entire way. Oh, there's a little toad. I like these guys. Here we go. I like those guys. They don't cause any problems and they eat lots of things I hate. Coming up to the car here, so we're gonna have to close this out. Now let me know what you thought. I am gonna look around in this field back here by my car, close out. back over into this field a little bit. Not going to go too far in there. Just kind of ready to get out. I'm just going to make sure I got nothing around me here. Okay. So, by the light of the full moon in Creepy Hollow, okay, which is the name we're going to have for this now. This is T-Mac, for T-Mac's American Experience, saying God bless you. Drop things in the comments of what you heard and what you thought of this hike. Alrighty. God bless you.